Good morning and welcome to the channel. My name is Eric Bonaccio, coming back to you with the 10 fitness commandments, and today we're on number 6, which is nutrition, which to me is the biggest and most important thing, because this fuels the mind, it fuels our physical abilities, it fuels our spirituality. If you lack nutrition or you have a poor nutrition, I think it affects you in all areas of your lives, and even vice versa. If you have a good nutrition and you're solid in making decisions on what foods you consume on a daily basis, it also makes it easier for you to gain your physical goals, to have a mindset that is strong, and to also help you grow spiritually. So with nutrition, some basics. We should get familiar with nutritional value of food and how it will impact your body. The required nutritional facts that are listed on each product that is sold should have a list of carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, additives, enzymes, vitamins, sugar, cholesterol, and salt. There are 4 macronutrients that should be tracked upon consumption, which are calories, carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. There are many products out there, and not every single product has the best interest of its consumer. Many people just produce things for taste and for money, and they throw extra additives in there, cheaper products, ingredients, to be able to just maximize profits. So this is something that we should be aware of as consumers. This is also a direct result of how the FDA in the United States has such a lack ingredient control on what's within our products, where if you go to another country or you get food from another country, there's certain things that they just can't even sell or put in the product, and they don't have all these extra additives and all these chemically engineered oils and these just different products that has been deemed unhealthy, and other countries won't even allow you to sell it. But in the United States, seeing how we have the worst obesity problem in pretty much the whole world, it's a direct result of the things that we're consuming on a daily basis. So the biggest thing is to just get educated on nutrition first of all. You need to know what you're putting in your body and how it affects you, and how it affects the inside of your body, not just the outside, and how you feel, and how your intestinal tract is working afterwards, and how your mind is. You know, if you're having feelings of depression, or just feeling down, lack of energy, there's a lot of different things that are in ingredients that'll cause these things to happen, and we don't realize it. There's a basic rule. It's called the 5% 20% rule, which is you should be taking in 5% or less of all the bad nutrients that are listed as the nutritional facts on the back of a product, and 20% or more of all the good ones that are listed on the back of a product. If you have poor nutrition, if you have a poor nutritional intake, it will affect you in all areas of your life. It would be like putting watered down gasoline in your vehicle and expecting it to run to its efficiency. It's the best way I could describe it. And you don't really realize how bad certain products are for you until you stop consuming them and substitute them with other ones. And once your body is actually detoxed from taking these ingredients, because your body will detox from certain ingredients that has become accustomed to. There's a chemical dependency just on ingredients within foods that we ingest and take. And it's really important to understand what each one does to us, and how it affects us, and how it affects our longevity, and how it could be taking years off our lives just by consuming certain things. Obesity and diabetes are going hand in hand right now. They say it was 7 out of 10 people right now in the United States that are obese or have a serious weight problem become diabetics. And there's also a direct link to heart disease. There's a direct link to certain cancers. These are all things that pretty much are all based off of the consumption of some sort of ingredient that we're putting within our body, or something that we've been exposed to. And it was deemed healthy. They put it on a product that they're allowing the consumer to buy from the manufacturer just to earn $1 at the expense of your own life. So please just get educated on this stuff. The first step to a better nutrition is to track what it is you consume on a daily basis. For me, when I started getting back into health and fitness and really wanted to lose weight, I at first just started paying attention to the calories, the fats, the proteins and the carbohydrates that I was taking in. My calories were through the roof because I was consuming liquid calories, which is the worst thing you can do. My recommendation is to eliminate any juices, any creamers, any sugary substances, any soda, anything that is anything more than water. And I can understand if if you can't just drink water, add some sort of flavored sweetener that is non-artificial, that is a natural sweetener, something that'll get you drinking more water and keeping your body hydrated, because hydration is a huge part of nutrition, and it also affects your energy levels. It affects protein synthesis to maximize muscle gains. It affects how hungry you are throughout the day. It affects whether or not your body will operate to optimal efficiency. So hydration is huge. Once I was able to figure out after a few weeks of what I was consuming on a daily basis, then it was time to start making changes. So at first I wanted to cut my calories back by 5 to 10%. So say for example I was eating 3,000 calories a day, I would cut those back to about 250 roughly for a week. And then once my body got acclimated to that, then I would continue to cut them down. And that's how you have to do it. It's a slow process. If you do this thing fast and you want the fast results, and you're just about you can't put yourself into starvation. You can't suffer on a level where it's unachievable, making your goals difficult to accomplish. You want to set small goals, make them achievable. That way when you surpass your goals, you can make a bigger goal, and then you just keep building. It's cumulative. So whatever you implement within your nutrition, just because you reach the finish line on one of your goals doesn't mean you stop doing that. You just add more to it and make the challenge even more difficult. But at that point, it becomes easy because you've already, after 22 days of implementing some in your life as a routine, it becomes habitual. So, which means it becomes easy. Your mindset is there that you can do this on a daily basis, and you've already been going through the motions of doing it and putting forth the action. So my recommendation is small changes at first. So for me, like, I eliminated all the sugary drinks at first. Then it was cutting my calories back. Then it was cutting back the carbohydrates to a certain extent. Now, there's a lot of misinformation on carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are good for energy, but you can't consume too much of them because they get stored as fat. So you can also cut carbohydrates altogether because it's something that is unattainable over a long period of time, like the ketogenic diet. It's a fad diet. Yeah, you'll lose a lot of weight at first, but then eventually you're gonna get to a point where you're not gonna continue to see those results. You're gonna get discouraged, and then if you don't reverse diet, where you slowly start implementing carbohydrates back into your diet, or slowly start implementing ingredients and certain things that you weren't eating on a daily basis that made you lose all that weight, you're going to gain it back 3 times as fast, and that's been proven. So the thing is, like, if you're when you're trying to get your nutrition under control and make it something that is achievable for you, you got to think about your lifestyle as well, what you have for a work schedule, if you have children, if you have other obligations or activities or hobbies or things that you partake in to be able to achieve your goals. You don't want them to make them things that are impossible for you to achieve, and you have to do things that might be custom for your lifestyle. And what works for me might not exactly work for you, but basic general information and knowledge on this stuff should pretty much be the same no matter where you're getting it, as long as it's factual, based by research or trial and error. And at the same time, while you're trying to get your nutrition under wraps, that's where you need to make your goal. What are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to just lose weight? Are you trying to get in shape for a certain event? Are you trying to be healthy for the long run? Would you like to, is there certain areas of your life that you would like to improve? Are you trying to just feel better mentally? Do you just want to be healthy so that way you live longer and avoid different diseases that are a direct relation to overeating? So you got to have a mindset of where you're trying to take your nutrition for a purpose. If you're doing things without a purpose, you will not continue to do them. And I just know that for myself. Like, you have to have a end game, a purpose, something that you need to stay focused on to help you achieve what you're trying to do. Once you have a good idea of what you're consuming all the time, then it's time to make small changes to continue to add up over the process. That was just something that I was going over as far as building off of and being cumulative. So for like me, like right now, I'm at a place in my nutrition where I'm eating 7 meals a day. I don't deviate from my meals unless it's already been predetermined ahead of time to have a cheat meal, which to me isn't even really a cheat meal. It'd still be considered something healthy that other people are consuming on a daily basis. But for me, it's just a cheat meal because it's out of the ordinary of my daily structured diet. Every single morning at 5 o'clock, I eat 4 ounces of chicken breast, 3 eggs. Then I have a half a cup of oatmeal. Then I have a half a cup of frozen blueberries and a black coffee. I drink 2 waters before I leave the house. And then once I get to work, an hour later, I have my second meal. I'll have 6 ounces of chicken breast, 70 grams of rice, and then I'll have a banana. And then I'll also drink 7 waters while I'm at work. 3 hours later at 11 o'clock, I'll have another 6 ounces of chicken breast. I'll have 70 grams of rice. I'll have a small bag of peanuts, about a half a cup, unsalted peanuts. And then at 1 o'clock, between 1 and 2 o'clock, I'll have meal number 4, where I end up having 2 cans of tuna fish with no mayonnaise, just some sort of seasoning, whether it's Cajun spice or black pepper, 70 grams of rice, a cutie orange, and an apple. And then at 4 o'clock, I'll have meal number 5, where I'll have 6 ounces of chicken breast, 70 grams of rice, and then I'll have another apple, another orange, and then I go into my workout from there. Immediately following the workout, I'll have a 2-scoop protein shake that is 44 grams of protein, 400 calories, and then from there I will have my meal number 6, which is usually anything that's protein based, whether it's steak, ground beef, ground chicken, or ground turkey or chicken, and that'll be another about 8 to 10 ounces, 70 ounces of rice, a salad with cucumbers, tomatoes, lettuce, a low-fat vinaigrette, and then also a side of vegetables. And then for meal number 7, about an hour before I go to bed, I have a half a cup of oatmeal and 2 scoops of peanut butter, and then sometimes add a banana or an apple in there if I'm still hungry. But that's pretty much my nutrition on a daily basis, and that's what keeps me focused. And you just got to have the mindset that you want to be able to do this, that you're able to accomplish this, to achieve this. You got to tell yourself you're going to do it, but then you actually have to do it. And I didn't start out there. It was small baby steps. Like in the beginning when I first started dieting, I was eating a half gallon of ice cream still eating pizza, still eating chips, french fries, still eating just a lot of different ingredients and different products that I shouldn't have been consuming in order to reach my goal. But you can't just eliminate everything at once. You need to slowly put it into practice. And once you're able to say, all right, I got it to the point now where I'm not consuming as much sugar or sugar at all, and now I'll be able to take on the next thing, which might be cutting carbohydrates or cutting down the fat intake or whatever it is in what you're trying to implement next to achieve your goal. So with that being said, I'm probably going to do another couple videos on nutrition, just pretty much go through all the calories, the fats, the carbohydrates, and the proteins by the grams for what I'm consuming in all these foods I just listed, and also just have another part just giving more advice on how to change your nutrition and how to maintain the nutrition. So with that being said, if you like the video, just hit like, share it, comment, and subscribe, and then tune in tomorrow for the 10 Commandments for part 7. Thanks. Have a good day.